In Mozambique, the number of cholera cases has risen dramatically from 5 to nearly 300 in just 2 days. The World Health Organization is warning of a second disaster if cholera spreads among survivors of the deadly cyclone that hit 2 weeks ago. The waterborne disease causes acute diarrhea that can kill within hours if not treated. Now, hundreds of thousands of people lost their homes in the cyclone that hit Mozambique, Malawi and Zimbabwe. One of the worst affected areas is the city of Beira on the Indian Ocean. It's to the Middle East now, and tens of thousands of Palestinians rallied in the Gaza Strip today to mark 1 year since the start of weekly protests. They're held to demand the right to return to Israel and an end to Israel's blockade of the Gaza Strip. But like those weekly protests, today's event turned deadly, with 4 Palestinians killed in clashes with Israeli forces. Now, hundreds more people were injured. Pope Francis has arrived in the Moroccan capital Rabat for a visit aimed at furthering dialogue between the religions. Francis was invited to Morocco by King Mohammed. During the 2-day trip, the pontiff will meet Muslim leaders and celebrate a mass for the country's minority Catholic community. Interfaith dialogue is a priority for Pope Francis. On Sunday, the people of Ukraine will elect a new president in a vote closely watched in the West and in Russia. The last time Ukrainians went to the polls in 2014, the country was in freefall. Russia had just annexed the Crimea region, and conflict between government forces and pro-Russian separatists had broken out in the country's east. Now to some of the other stories making news around the world. Voters in Slovakia are selecting a new head of state in the second round of the country's presidential election. The runoff pits environmental activist Zuzana Chaputova against European Commission Vice President Maroš Šefčovič. Chaputova won 40% in the first round. She could become the first woman to hold the largely ceremonial post. And cities all over the world are switching off the lights in landmark structures for Earth Hour. It's to raise awareness about climate change. In Sydney, the iconic Opera House went dark, and in Hong Kong, dozens of companies turned off the illumination of their high-rise buildings. The Rolling Stones are postponing a tour of North America while singer Mick Jagger receives medical treatment. The 75-year-old tweeted regrets to fans and said he would be back on stage as soon as he can. A spokesperson did not elaborate on the singer's condition. Australia could become the first country in the world to jail social media executives who fail to quickly remove violent content. The new proposal comes amid growing anger over the role Facebook played in the Christchurch massacre 2 weeks ago. 50 people died in the attack, which the gunman, an Australian citizen, broadcast live on the site. Facebook has admitted that it must be more proactive.